Hey there, folks. Today I want to talk about draconian ranges. Some of them are pretty nuts the way they're run, and I think it's interesting to talk about, kind of from both sides. Anyway, let me read a little story for you. Greetings, Arizona shooters. I wanted to make this group aware of a recent disheartening event that occurred at the Phoenix Rod and Gun Club intro match on February 18th. At the shooters meeting, everyone was advised what to do with stage breakdown and where to put the sticks and paper after the match. One particular squad didn't put away their sticks and paper into the designated 55-gallon drums. My contact on the squad disclosed that they put all the sticks and paper into a cart that can be hooked up to a golf cart. Several squad members then began to pick up brass after the stage was broken down. The entire squad was DQ'd by the practical shooting director. Oh my God. This includes a brand new shooter to the sport. If you have additional facts to add to the story, please comment below. Now this guy's commentary: expectations were not set and there were no processes put in place to excuse squad. No one had any idea they'd be DQ'd for said actions. I am personally not aware of a rule with USPSA stating that is a DQable offense at a USPSA sanctioned match. If someone is aware of such a rule, please comment. I would ask that any shooter who decides to shoot a USPSA match at Phoenix Rod and Gun Club to ask what qualifies as a DQable offense, as well as be aware that they may be DQ'd for trivial items that aren't in the rule book. And then he gives contact information for Phoenix Rod and Gun Club president and the USPSA board. Okay, so obviously DQing a whole squad for not properly breaking down the stage is kind of crazy. And I can tell you, the way that the ranges are run in the Phoenix area, they are this range is 30 minutes from my house. I don't go there. This is how it's run. Rio Salado, 25 minutes. Don't go there. This is how, this kind of stuff. I just go shoot in the desert. I don't want to deal with any of these people. This is nuts. But let's talk about it from the other side. Now, when I was match director at the Wisconsin section match a few years ago, I remember I wanted to do something a little bit unconventional. It's just like, hey, we're going to change the way the resetting's done. We're just going to have the last 2 or 3 shooters be the ones resetting the stage. Everyone else, just sit down. Just sit down. We don't want everyone in the squad going out there all the time. It's less efficient. This is based on international match experience. The match in particular that I really liked was the Norwegian Nationals I shot one time, which was run like this. It was just way more chill. It was nice. The way it's done in the US is inefficient and stupid, in my opinion. So the one thing that I wanted to change at the match is just the way the resetting was done. I had the ROs fill out an application, they had to apply and be like, hey, you understand we're going to do this, right? And then they were all briefed on it and everything. After the shooters meeting on the match day, I'm the match director, briefed everybody on hey, this is what we're doing in a nice way. And then I heard everybody's walking away, and this one RO, this one dude who's running a stage, I hear him 15 seconds after I finished talking. He's like, yeah, you heard all that. We're not going to do any of that. I want everybody to help. And it was just it took every part of my self-control not to go over there, take the timer from that guy and say, we don't need you, just go home. And I would just and not run his stage. It took all of my self-control not to do that. I understand how frustrating it is when people don't really listen to what you're doing. But the fact is, if you run a shooting range or, you're around this stuff at all, you just have to understand, the reality is people are people. And it's if you tell 50 people to do something, some percentage of those people are not going to hear you right, not going to understand, not going to do it, whatever. They're just not. It's kind of here's one that gets me a lot. Match directors who get mad when their walls get shot. It's dude, if you put it downrange, eventually it's going to attract bullets. In a sense, walls for a match are consumable. They will eventually get pinged with bullets, and you're going to have to repair them, replace them, whatever. This is reality. Now, I'm not talking about people taking one of your wall sections for a match and using it as a target stand and shooting it. I just mean in the normal course of shooting a match, yeah, people hit those things sometimes, inadvertently. And it's if you don't like that, don't put the wall down there. But getting mad at the nature of reality is kind of crazy to me. And that's kind of the level that some people take it to at some of these ranges that are run by maniacs. It looks like they get to the point where it's like, no, I didn't tell you to take the sticks and paper and put them on a cart so we can golf cart them over to the 55-gallon drums. I told you to put them in the 55-gallon drums. And because you didn't do that, I'm DQing your whole squad. It's like that kind of stuff is crazy. It's unhinged. But the way these personalities work is, like, at this rate, nobody's going to tell these people this. Like, you're not going to like explain them like, oh, you know, you're being a little bit unreasonable or whatever. That's not how it works. That's not how life works. And I think the way that this story went down, I think what they came back and ended up doing is they decided they could not DQ them from the match per USPSA rules. So they banned them from the range for 30 days instead. It is... well played, gentlemen. Well played. Anyway, you're going to encounter some draconian ranges out there. And it's like, these guys, you cannot reach them. Again, take a look at the controversy with the USPSA board people. You can try to nicely explain them whatever you want. You can send them a bullet pointed email. That's great. You're not going to change anything. You're not going to change their minds. They're just going to keep right on doing what they're doing. That's why if you actually want something to change in one of these situations, the moves that need to be made are fairly extreme from my point of view. And if it's just a range like this, like, I wouldn't want to deal with these fucking idiots. Like, why would I want to go there? It's like, I don't want to deal with these people. They seem insane. Anyway, that's all I've got today. It's a pretty interesting story, I think, and worth discussing.